So you're doing what you love, you're teaching online, connecting with students, maybe from your home office, maybe from halfway across the world. It's amazing. But then you hear words like contract, invoice, or taxes. And that passion kind of turns into a knot in your stomach, right? Well, if that's you, you are definitely not alone. And in this breakdown, we are going to swap that paperwork dread for the confidence of a real business pro. Let's jump in.
Here's the roadmap for where we're going. First, we'll tackle the digital teacher's dilemma. Then, we'll solve that big question, employee or contractor. After that, we're going to build out your professional toolkit. Next, we'll dive in and demystify your taxes. And we'll wrap it all up by getting you to a place where you can truly teach with confidence. You know, the dream is incredible. The freedom to set your own hours, to teach from anywhere. I mean, that's the whole point. But then, reality kind of creeps in. You realize pretty quickly that you're not just a teacher anymore. Nope, you're also the bookkeeper, the contract negotiator, the tech support. And that's exactly when the dream can start to feel, well, a little bit like a job. And this right here, this is the heart of it, isn't it? You got into this to share knowledge and inspire people, not to become an expert on IRS forms. That feeling of dread when you think about all the admin stuff, we're about to replace that with a feeling of, I got this. And we're starting right now. Okay, so how do we start building that control? It all begins with one single question. And honestly, it's the foundation for everything else you do in your business. Are you an employee or are you an independent contractor? The answer completely shapes your professional life. For most of you watching, this is probably your title, independent contractor. And the absolute keyword here is control. You're not just an employee who happens to work from home. You are the boss. You're a business of one, providing a service. And that's a really important distinction. Let's break this down side by side. An employee, they're told how to work, when to work, and usually with company gear. They get a regular paycheck, a W-2. But a contractor, you're in the driver's seat. You decide your methods, you use your own laptop and software, and you're paid per project or invoice. And the big one, you are responsible for your own taxes. Look, getting this right isn't just a small detail. This isn't just a title. It is the absolute bedrock of your business. It impacts how you get paid, what your legal rights are, and what you're responsible for at the end of the day. All right, now that you know your status, it's time to build your toolkit. I want you to think of these next few things as your professional shield. They're what protect you and your business when things get a little messy. This isn't just about paperwork. It's about having a professional system for everything you do. First up in that toolkit, the contract. And please, don't let that word scare you. A contract isn't about being confrontational. It's just a rule book. It's a simple way to make sure you and your client are on the exact same page. It protects them, and it protects you. It's what professionals do. So, what needs to be in this contract? 3 things are non-negotiable. Number 1, scope of work. Get super specific about what you're providing. 2, payment terms. State your rate, when you expect to be paid, and how. And 3, and trust me, this one is huge, a cancellation policy. This protects your most valuable resource, your time. Now, let's talk about getting paid. Your invoice is more than just a bill. It's a professional document, so make it look like one. Itemize your services clearly. Always set a due date, have a polite, systematic way to follow up if a payment is late, and of course, keep a digital copy of every single invoice you send. Okay, let's all just take a deep breath. We're going to talk about taxes. I know. It's the one word that makes every freelancer just want to curl up in a ball. But I promise you, if you have a simple system, you can handle this. No fear, just a plan. If you only remember one number from this entire session, please make it this one. 20%. Every single time a client pays you, before you do anything else, move 20% of that money into a separate savings account labeled taxes. Just pretend it's not even your money. This single habit will save you so much stress later. So, how does that 20% fit into the big picture? I'm a big fan of the 50-30-20 rule. 50% of your income is for your living expenses. 30% goes right back into your business for new software, a better webcam, more training. And that final 20%, that's your tax savings. This isn't just a budget, it's a real plan for a sustainable career. And now we get to the fun part of taxes, deductions. As a business owner, any money you spend on your business can lower your taxable income. We're talking your internet bill, that new laptop, courses you take, marketing costs, even a portion of your rent for your home office. So start tracking those expenses. Every receipt is potential money back in your pocket.
Okay, let's bring this all together. We've walked through the journey from that initial anxiety to having a really solid professional plan. Now, the final step is just to make these habits feel automatic, so you can stop worrying about the business side and focus 100% on what you love to do. Teach.
So here it is, your path to professionalism in 4 simple steps. 1. Know your status. 2. Use contracts to set clear expectations. 3. Get your invoicing and record keeping down to a science. And 4. Treat your taxes like a system, not a scary surprise. That's it. That's how you build a business that lasts.
So I'm going to leave you with this question, because knowing this stuff is one thing, but actually doing it is what matters. What is one small step you can take this week to level up your business? Are you going to open that tax savings account? Maybe draft up a contract template? Whatever it is, taking that first step is the difference between just being a tutor and being the CEO of your own teaching empire. Thanks for joining me.